Jim Hawley, Supercross Live on supercrossonline.com, here on the podium, brought to you by AMSOIL. And Ryan Dungey, I got to tell you, it was a hard day at the office. You get ready to leave that heat race. Something happens with the rear shock, the air shock. It just goes down. You ride back up the tunnel. You get knocked around that last chance race. You get the final transfer spot before you go to the main event. What's going through your mind when you got the last pick and you're on the far right-hand side?
Well, the last person I went through my mind was you on the outside, telling me how you pulled it back in the day. But being on the outside started to have the disadvantage. But I knew that with a good jump, and the left-handed turn, first turn, was actually pretty good. If you could drive it in pretty deep on the outside, you'd come out okay, judging what the starts were before me. But the LCQ was a little bit of a rough one. Almost didn't make it in there. But I think, everything couldn't have gone better in a way. Obviously the heat race, the air shock had a malfunction on us, so we had to go. Obviously, we DNF'd that and went straight to LCQ last gate pick, and then we put the spring shock on for that, and had to pretty much trust in it. I hadn't ridden the spring shock in a little bit, so it was going to be kind of wondering how she was going to react. But first lap, it kind of really surprised me. Everything worked really good, and two, glad that that happened. The DNF with the air shock happened in the heat race rather than the main event. That would have been a big loss for us. But going into the main event, we were on the very outside gate, and I knew like I said, with a good jump we could get it, and we did. We squeaked by on the outside, and a little bit of carnage on 2 and 3, but we squeaked by that as well, and found myself in second, made the pass for the lead, and just try to ride smooth, consistent, clean laps. This track was tough tonight for the fact that everybody was so close, and so just no mistakes and being, perfectionist, trying to.
When you're out there leading this and you go by your mechanic, Carlos Rivera, what kind of, what's he telling you on the chalkboard?
Just, he was giving me lap times. I knew I didn't have such a big lead. I knew I was kind of gapping the guys a little bit, little by little. And that kind of opened up that little bit of a cushion to kind of do my lines, and if I needed to switch anything up, I did. So I just tried to find good lines, better lines if the track got choppier as it went on, and had a little dew coming down, a little rain. Thought we was going to, luckily it didn't get heavier and heavier. Track would have been really slick, so kind of did it perfect for us. A lot of things, a little bit adverse tonight, but a lot of things went right as well. So I'm happy with it.
Your thoughts on making history, the KTM Red Bull team? You guys get Ken Roczen gets a win in the 250 Supercross class. You get a win in the 450, your first of 2013. That hasn't been done before, except for in the outdoors.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, KTM is signing with them a couple years ago. It was definitely we had our work cut out for us, for sure. But I feel like without them, I wouldn't be able to be up here or to do any of this. I owe it to all the guys on the team and all the knowledge behind them and their hard years of work that enables us to advance forward and make progress with the bike, weekend after weekend and year after year, for that matter. But yeah, for sure, Kenny rode an awesome race. He's been really consistent with seconds and 2 firsts now, and it's good to get a win for both classes. Good for Team Red Bull KTM, and we've been putting in a lot of hard work. We've been really busting butt, and it's good that it shows and it pays off. And like we'd all say, it's a long series yet for both of us. We still got a little ways to go, but it's nice to celebrate a win and a good step forward.